Guys, today we've got Union Jordan 1s dropping way sooner than we thought. They made an entire movie about sneakers, and sneaker reselling is back in the worst way possible. Welcome to Sneaky Sunday. Guys, what a freaking weekend. Sadly, it wasn't a great weekend. And that's mainly due to all of the L's that I assume a lot of us took, but we're gonna get into it. Let's do a quick little recap of what went down. Cool Grey 9s. This one was, I think, a bit of a surprise to a lot of people. They completely sold out. It's one of those Jordan models that I feel like in last year probably wouldn't have sold out, but this year things are different. Let me know if you managed to grab a pair of these. I mean, it got to the point where a fight broke out over this pair of shoes. It almost seems like every single hyped up sneaker release, something like this happens. It also happened for the metallic 5s. Things are just moving crazy this year. Now, of course, one of the biggest releases of the entire year, the Nigel Sylvester Brick 4s. This was a really tough one. It was a tough one to get that notification of, yeah, sorry, you didn't get them this time. I really wanted this pair of shoes, just like a lot of people, I assume. Like, this is a really cool, unique take on a pair of Jordan 4s. Storytelling seems to be incredible, and the marketing was just non-stop. I think this has to be one of the most heavily marketed pair of shoes in recent memory. Like, the only ones that I would say would be up there with these would probably be the Bread ones that just dropped, but like, these just seem to have so many individual moments about them, like in some kind of marketing way. Even after the release, they're still pushing these. We got this picture here, which everybody's calling like sneaker photo of the year, to I assume grandmas with their Brick 4s. That is not her size. Come on, that's a freaking 12 right there. Stop lying. Let me know if you were one of the very lucky few who managed to get a pair. Either way, moving on to some of this upcoming stuff, we're going to start off with a drop that is literally happening tomorrow, but mainly Tuesday, the Union Jordan 1s. Yes, they are loaded up on the Nike sneakers app for their big, Nike release. Obviously, we had the Union drop a while ago, but these are now going to be dropping on the 18th of March, which is Tuesday, and a little bit random, I guess. But there also has been some murmurs of an exclusive access release, which is happening on Monday, which I definitely think is worth keeping your eye out for, just like at the normal time when, Nike sneakers app goes live. Here in the UK, it's 8 a.m. US might be a little bit different. Interestingly, they're not actually loaded up for you guys out in the US just yet. Like, here is your Nike sneakers app page. You've got the Obsidian lows. Those are dropping on the 22nd. You've got the linen Air Forces. You've even got the Asia 1s. These things are pretty dope. Those are dropping all the way in May, I believe. Yeah, May the 6th for these. So yeah, not entirely sure if they're not going to be dropping on the sneakers app for you guys out in the US. It's definitely worth just keeping your eye open on Monday and Tuesday. They might load up by the end of the day, or by the time you're seeing this even. And we also got a release date for the huge Maniere drop, which is happening later on this month. We're getting a ton of sneakers. So I think the main one that a lot of people are going to be looking out for is the Jordan 3s, the diffused blues. These are now going to be dropping March the 29th. And of course, that is through Maniere's website. I assume after this, they'll get a Nike sneakers app release at some point during like April or something. Or maybe they just drop like right after the Maniere website release, but we're not entirely sure as of right now. All we know, Maniere, March 29th for these 3s. And it's not all they're dropping, because we're also getting two other sneakers. We're getting another colorway of the 95s. This is the hand wash cold collection, because we're also getting a pair of Forces. So these are the triple blacks, or the, all over black pair of Forces with the white text and the white surrounding, or the piping around the Nike swoosh. They're all dropping on the same day. So you've got $225 retail for the Jordan 3s, $190 for the 95s, and then $150 for the Air Force 1s. Personally, the 3s are the ones for me. It's actually a really nice pair of Jordan 3s. If you didn't know, these are pretty much just like the OGs. If you want to catch a full review, it is up on the channel, but yeah, solid one to go for. And staying with the Maniere for a moment, we also got some better looks at the Jordan 5s that they're going to be doing. They are not stopping. They're pretty much just doing like as many different Nike and Jordan models that they can possibly get their hands on. So here they are. These are going to be a summer 2025 drop. We've got some on-foot shots of these things, looking real nice. Like, I think this is a clean colorway. I don't think it's got that wow factor to it as of right now. When I'm looking at these, I'm not like, wow, I really need them. Like, for the most part, it's just solid white with some burgundy hits on the tongue, and then of course the midsole area. You got the Nike Air branding around the back embroidered, as well as the 23 that's also embroidered. Outsole is like semi-translucent, and that just has like the Maniere logo around like underneath. You got the classic like quilting and everything. I don't know how people feel about these. For me, it's just kind of like a meh you know, I could take it or leave it. We also got an exact release date, May the 14th for this pair of sneakers. I wonder if they drop some other shoes alongside these as well. It seems like a Maniere only drops in collections nowadays and not just individual sneakers. But there you go. Let me know your thoughts on these down in the comments. One more drop for later on this month, March the 22nd, we're going to be getting a Gallery Department Vans Authentic collaboration. Now this is one that I just won't understand, but for some people this is like I absolutely need these shoes. For me, it's a splattery pair of Vans that there's no way I'm gonna pay the retail price. What is the retail price? Oh, okay, it's $150. I mean, still just way too expensive for a pair of Vans, but $150 is not as bad as some of their other prices. I think that the last pair that they did was really, really nice. The pair with, like, you know, the red on the side, I really liked those. These are just a little bit of a miss for me. They are literally just paint splatter pair of Vans. Now you do have, like, you know, art that kills on the midsole, a little bit of distressing to make it a little bit interesting, but yeah, just not enough to really get me going. I don't know. Let me know what you think about these down in the comment section. March 27th if these are a must-cop for you. Damn, this one's pretty cool. Nike is bringing back a forgotten superhero, the Swooshman. So they're actually going to be doing this on graphic t-shirts, which I think is like a great opportunity for them to do this because it actually looks pretty dope. The Swooshman was like Nike's, I guess, kind of mascot in 1997, and now they're bringing it back on t-shirts in like a comic book style, which I think is pretty cool. So you've got like this one over here with the purple background. You've got this, the white, black, and yellow. Like, that's a dope one. I would actually wear that t-shirt. But of course, you got like a bunch of different colors, all with like the same thing. I wish they did like some different prints with it. Maybe if this like sells out and it does really well, maybe they will do it like the Swooshman thing in like different variations. But at the same time, this is not the entire collection, so we may see a bunch more, maybe even some like pants and stuff like that. Imagine like Swooshman sneakers. Like if they did some crazy pair of like, I don't know, boots that had like this crazy futuristic design to them, almost like Batman shoes. Maybe just some kind of like foam posit colorway or something like that could be cool. Either way, sometime during the summer, these are going to be dropping. No exact release date, so let's keep it moving. We just got another look at the Nike Air Max 1 Supreme collaboration, which is going to be dropping very, very soon. So now we've got looks at the white colorway. This was the black one that we took a look at a few weeks back, but this is the white one. So it does seem like they're going to be doing basically a monochromatic theme with all of them. I think it was speculated that they were going to do like the traditional Air Max like 2-color design. But that's not happening. These almost look to be like solid leather, and these are only 2 out of the 4 colorways that are going to be dropping. We're also going to be getting a yellow and purple colorway, which you can kind of see by this, like, I guess, collaboration clothing that they're going to be dropping. We've got some windbreakers over here, the black one to match. But yeah, we've only seen the black and the white pair. Spring 2025 for these. No exact release date. It's not really my thing, but I'm sure some people are going to be super excited about this. And don't forget, like, Nike and Supreme are still going to be doing like the 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 pairs of Nike SB Dunks later on this year as well, around the same time. So there's a lot of Supreme and Nike this year. Right, let's talk about this this sneaker movie. So it was just announced that we're getting a movie called Sneaks, a fully animated movie where the sneakers come to life and talk, kind of like Toy Story. To be fair, this, I mean, it does sound pretty crazy and wild, but the actual like cast for this is pretty stacked. So there's Keith David, Martin Lawrence, Macy Gray, Quavo, DJ Mustard, Sway Lee, and Ella May. Here's the poster for it, and then we could like chuck on, like, this is the trailer, a few parts of the trailer, like to just show you, like, yeah, the sneakers are alive. I think like the big miss with this movie is that they didn't get like the actual branding rights, or I guess, what would you call it, like the trademark rights to use like actual sneakers. I think they have a deal with Converse and maybe And1, because you can see some Converse branding with some of the shoes. But for the most part, it's kind of like, you know, generic lookalikes of like, you know, what could have been a super hyped up pair of shoes. They're kind of alluding to it. But it's such a bizarre concept. It's definitely a kids movie, so there's that. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can see these are supposed to be like, you know, Reeboks, but they're not. I don't know, I think it's a cool idea, like, why not? But at the same time, I definitely understand this is pretty bizarre. Animation's pretty solid though. It's actually pretty hilarious. You know, I might even watch this just to like understand the story behind it. Either way, this is actually going to be dropping, I believe, April the 18th. Let me just double check. Yeah, April the 18th. Let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think about a sneaker movie. Right, we got a little update on the Nike Kobe 6 Pro Tro Game Royal, or the Dodgers collection. So these actually did have a little bit of a release. So it was very limited, and I think it was only at like undefeated locations or something like that. And that took place, I believe, on the 15th of March. So literally a couple days ago. It was kind of out of nowhere. I'm sure not very many people actually knew about it, and I'm sure it was like insanely limited. However, silver lining is they are going to have a wider release. So yes, this pair of sneakers, along with, I believe there's an entire collection of like different, yeah, we've got like gloves, jerseys, stuff like that, slides. These are all going to be dropping on April the 13th as of right now. So that's going to be the Nike Sneakers app release. I'm sure it's just going to be for you guys out in the US. Maybe there'll be a full, you know, global launch, but we'll have to wait and see. Either way, a lot of people after these things. Very, very clean pair of Kobe's, but let's keep it moving. Right, we got some Air Max 95 news. So a couple different pairs. First one is the pink foam colorway is coming back. We did kind of know this, but what we didn't know is that they're actually going to have a similar thing to the neons that are releasing later on this year. And they're going to have the big bubble. Now, unlike the Air Max ones, where it's like very clearly you could see the big bubble and you could really tell it apart with the other ones, these are a little bit harder to tell. It's only when you get them like side by side that you could really tell that this is a big bubble. These are the in-hand shots. I know that's a very like popular colorway of the Air Max 95. These are going to be dropping at some point in April. I assume very, very soon. But of course, like I said, the neons are also going to be dropping. This pair of shoes right here, also a big bubble. Now, these are supposed to be dropping for like Air Max Day. Big thing in, I believe, later on this month or maybe next month. I don't think we have a confirmed release on this. They did have like a random small release out in Tokyo. Okay, so apparently they're releasing in the first week of April, so not Air Max Day, which we all thought. Here's a little side-by-side of the 2025 big bubble version versus the 2018 neons. So you can see from the back, like it is just slightly, you know, slightly bigger, slightly thicker. From the side, maybe that's a little bit obvious. Yeah, you could definitely tell that's a bigger bubble. Even just the paneling and everything looks pretty different. Either way, let me know what you think about these. Do you prefer the big bubble or just the regular older ones? Right, we just got some way better shots of the upcoming Air Jordan 5 Fire Red. We also got a release date for these things. So this is the one with the black tongue. We've been taking a look at a bunch of different images over the past few weeks, and now we have them like in hand where like, yeah, you can see them over here with the leather, with the 23. Again, we've kind of spoke about a lot like about this pair of shoes, so there's not really much else to say except for the fact that they're clean, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be after these. Like black metallics and these are like a must, at least for me personally. In terms of release date, September the 13th as of right now. That potentially could change. I know that's like a decent amount of months away, so always subject to change, but as of right now, September the 13th. Let me know what you think about these down in the comments. Right, we just got a little unboxing and a first kind of real in-hand look of the Donkey Kong Air Max ones, or they're calling this the Big Head Orange. So you can see it comes with like custom paper, custom box, and everything like this, and these are absolutely insane. I really freaking like these things. I really like the whole poly theme with the Air Max 1. I like all of like the pixelation on the upper. I like the jagged edges, and I think these fit even better. Like the whole Donkey Kong theme is really, really sick with this pair of shoes. This one's definitely the most different out of all of the other ones that we've seen, but you do get a lot of like the same details with the little rating on the back. These dropped, I believe, early. They did like this whole live stream thing hosted by Bait, but the main Nike sneakers app release and everything like that is March the 21st. I will say that Nike did a very strange or cool release for the adventure colorway, the ones that were like the Lara Croft version. That one you literally had to play a game and like solve puzzles and stuff like that in order to actually purchase them. So I assume something like that is going to happen with this pair of shoes, and it's kind of like on a exclusive access if you know basis. So don't expect these to be like a walk in the park. They're going to pop up and then you just purchase them, although that could be the case. I'm just saying potentially they do something fun for the release of these, and it's not just a straightforward, you know, gamble. Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. Do you like them, or is this just not it for you? Right, something I feel like we've been building up to, and now we need to talk about this. Sneaker reselling in 2025. It's way worse than I initially thought. I remember when we first started getting all of the leaks and rumors of like how insane 2025 was going to be for sneaker releases. We found out that like undefeateds were coming coming back, PlayStation, Air Forces, an insane amount of retro Jordans that we were just like, yo, they're going crazy for 2025. Now, at the time, we were deep into a space where like every single Jordan seemingly, like even the most hyped up crazy retros were all sat on shelves. Like they were not selling out. People didn't seem to be as excited about some of these releases. So a lot of people just kind of assumed, well, 2025 can only go two ways. Either the excitement comes back and reselling has a resurgence, or people who really like all of these retros are going to have a field day, because if they all sit on shelves, we're going to be back in business. We could pick up whatever we want. Some of these crazy releases that we've been waiting on for ages. Well, it's gone in the way of sneaker reselling. It's actually been 3 solid, not even 3 full months of 2025, and already so many of these releases have been incredibly limited and insanely hard to get. So we got the Nigel Brick 4s. I know that these just released, but these resale prices we're looking at $400 to $500, and I think these will probably stay at that price. So we're looking at what, double the retail price here. Things get even worse for the Union Jordan 1s. These things are like some of the sizes are $700. Some of them are like almost $800. We got $500-$600 for these things. Hopefully they release like a decent amount on the Nike sneakers app on Monday or Tuesday, so there's actually like this price goes down. But as of right now, this is crazy. This is like triple the retail price. And then even shoes that people thought would like kind of stay like just a fraction above retail price, we've got the Foamposites. These things are crazy. Like look at some of these prices on them, especially like the bigger sizes, $400-$500. Cool Gray 9s, I know that these just released, but still they completely sold out and are reselling. And I feel like literally just a few months ago in 2024, if these dropped, I think it would be a different story. It might be too early to tell, and maybe just everybody is super excited about all of these different releases, but it's wild to look at. Black Metallic 5s, these things, again, insane resale price on these things. Kobe 6s, I think they released like a decent amount for what this pair of shoes is, like a special release for All-Star Weekend. These are reselling. And then we've got, of course, all of the upcoming stuff like the White Cement 4s. I mean, these are obviously so early. They're dropping in May, so it's already like these prices are way inflated. They're like thousands. But the point is like Nike is not only releasing a bunch of crazy hyped up shoes this year, but they are massively capping the stock. So like they're not producing anything near to what they were in like 2024, 2023. Now, also one of the worst parts I think about all of this is that sneaker reselling has kind of got to the point where a lot of these releases are getting heavily backdoored. Backdooring has always been a thing, but I feel like from all of the stories and like paying attention to all of these big releases in the news surrounding them, it's gotten a lot worse. Almost all of these shoes had some kind of backdooring story alongside it, like the Brick 4s. We looked at a video a couple weeks ago. A lot of these got backdoored, so like couple the super limited nature with the backdooring and you do get some crazy resale prices on a lot of these shoes. This is a good little preparation for the rest of the year, because the rest of the year there's a ton more that's going to be dropping, super hyped up sneaker releases, and I just think expect things to be very limited. Expect things to be hard to get. It almost feels like we're back to gambling now on the Nike sneakers app. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how the rest of the year pans out. I just think that maybe some people got a little bit too comfortable with being able to just enter a draw and just know that you're going to win. I think maybe some people fell into that trap with the Cool Gray 9s. Like I feel like some people probably thought that these were going to sit and then they just disappeared. And then it's like, oh wow, okay, so now if I actually want them, this is my only option. Just, you know, stay aware, stay vigilant. Nike is playing a different game this year. But that wraps it up for this week's episode of Sneaky Sunday. We do this every single Sunday, so if you want to stay in the loop with all of the latest sneaker releases, rumors, leaks, all of the good stuff, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to check out another video, there's one chilling right over there. It's a banger.